some women are the upholder of patriarchy and how women. So, a few days ago, I put out that video where we were talking about women's inhumanity to other women and girls. And I want to continue that conversation. Now, when I created the thumbnail, I did put Black women on the thumbnail. This does not preclude other women for talking about their experiences because women in general are treating their daughters and other women this way. So if you have any experiences you want to share in the home, in the workplace, in the wider community, at school, please feel free to drop your comment or your story time below. So women's inhumanity to women, the women who treat their daughters, other women, girls like, we call those women pick me's. Pick me's can range from any race, culture, whatever. But this woman right here, she said this: I have noticed a trend today. They, men, are trying to flip what a pick me is. It is true. I've been on the internet scrolling today across various platforms more than usual, but I am noticing what appears to be a concerted effort to redefine the term. They are making it seem like decentered women are going around calling any woman who is married or doesn't wear makeup, yes, it was weird, or who isn't living a city girl lifestyle, a pick me. I saw it so much that I had to ring the alarm. They are up to the usual divide and conquer. They have peeped the difference in the women and they lurk in our spaces like your channel. I have noticed a difference in some men pursuing attention from me. And while the words sound really good and progressive, some things were off and my intuition kicked in to save me. More and more women are becoming unbothered and their stash is getting low. Ladies, stay aware. It's tax season and very cold outside. We do also have to have a discussion about the fact that it is tax season, and I will be having that discussion later. We do not want men to be able to take any monies that you might have coming back to you because you have kids. So we're about to have that discussion. And then this from Tulip, she says, today a video came up where a woman talked about how modern women demand too much. And all the men in the comments were, such wisdom, keep preaching, sister. If ever I get a bunch of men in my comments agreeing with me, I need to reevaluate my message because I never need to see a bunch of men saying such wisdom, keep preaching, sister, ever on my post. If you guys ever see it, somebody needs to bring it to my attention because I need to reevaluate what I have said. But that is what some of these pick-me's are doing, like, hey, modern women, and they start spewing the same tried and true talking points of the red pillars, but it is through a female voice or a female avatar. So I guess it's supposed to hit different, but it's still the same misogyny. It's just coming across from a woman. This woman at the bottom says, I was called fast at the tender age of 7 years old. I'm sure many of us understand what it means to be called fast, especially if you developed early, your curve started coming in early, and then you had grannies, aunties, the church ladies, all trying to cover you up as if you growing up and getting older was the problem, not the oogling of the older men being the problem. No, they don't want to address that. They want to act like you're the problem. So a woman wanted me to address this in a video, but I need stories and commentary. She wants to talk about how the punishment for beauty needs to be a full video, especially where it comes to colorism. Dark-skinned, beautiful women are punished in ways that most people wouldn't think of. I don't have that experience, so I can't speak to that. But have you noticed dark-skinned women getting punished in certain ways? Are you a dark-skinned woman, and have you been addressed or have some consequences or whatever simply because you were darker? Let me know. Both of these comments hit the nail on the head. Jealousy, religion, and self-hate is a factor in the mistreatment of girls by women. Yes, religion has us idolizing male deities to the detriment of women and girls, and women become our own perpetuators of oppression. And then at the bottom, she says, sadly, in most all cultures, the men set the culture, but the women become the enforcers under the illusion of their own safety. They get a couple of crumbs, like just a couple of extra rewards for coming at other women and girls and becoming the oppressor. And then men don't really have to do all of the dirty work themselves. Okay, so Texas Space Mom says, "This was my mom and still is my sister. I hit puberty at 11 and have had a curvy figure my whole life. When a gross uncle and other men in my family tried to SA me and other things, it was my fault. They refused to call those men out and protect all women and girls around them. My mom called me an SULT my whole life. My mom must be so proud she raised a son who is a womanizer over a daughter who is educated, successful, and well traveled, and a good, no, great mom." And when these moms lose contact with their daughters because of how they treated their daughters versus how they treated their sons, they get the shocked Pikachu face. So this woman says, "So working as a school psychologist in a major city for almost 20 years, I cannot tell you how many pick me mothers I met who place their man over their child. Even when the children are confronting them with the most vile and horrific things that their man has done to them, even when their man, even when they met their man after he got out for DV or raping a minor, those mothers chose to believe their man over their child. And it was always heartbreaking." This person says, "Jamaican women do the same. My daughter's grandmother and auntie are awful. They protect their groomer son, husband, and talk down on the girls in the family that speak up about it. I just protected my child by keeping her away from that side of the family." And then Lizzie says, "Calling a woman a derogatory name based on physical beauty or sexual attraction is based on the fallacy that one person can control the actions or behavior of another. Whatever a person wears has no impact on physical adults, not mental adults, who feel able to oogle, comment, or touch another autonomous person without permission. If you look into any indigenous tropical tribes, the women and men walked around with little clothing on due to heat and no problems with mass graping, groping, or wolf whistles." So I just wanted to share some of the comments that I have, but I am creating this video so that we can continue these conversations. What are you noticing in the workplace? What are you noticing with your women bosses, your women managers? Are you noticing a shift in your female friendships? Are you seeing any kind of situations at school with teachers or with other girl students? What is going on in the wider world that you are experiencing? Is it getting better? Let me know. Drop your comments, drop your story times, and we will continue this conversation. Don't forget to like, comment, share.